morning children, welcome to CA class. Today we will continue with chapter 5, cascading style sheets. So it is also known as CSS. And till now we have studied about 3 types of CSS: inline style sheet, internal style sheet, or it is also known as embedded style sheet, or external style sheet. Inline style sheet is written in style attribute, and style attribute is written inside the tags, HTML tags. Okay, that is why it is known as inline. Then internal and embedded. Internal means the CSS will be inside HTML document only, but it will be inside head section. The CSS will be embedded inside head section, and that is known as embedded style sheet or internal style sheet. Now external style sheet. External style sheet, we will be having a separate CSS file, and then we will link that CSS file inside the head section of the HTML document. So now we should know about the precedence. Which CSS will be given more priority? Like you have inserted all 3 types of CSS. Like you have added inline CSS in the paragraph also. Then you have also inserted internal CSS of the paragraph in head section. And you have also inserted a paragraph CSS in external style sheet. Then what will be the most preferred one? The preference will be given to inline style sheet. Okay. Then after that internal, and then in the last to the external style sheet. Now identification and grouping of elements. If there are so many paragraphs or headings or many links, you know very well, in particular website we can have many links, many paragraphs and lots of headings. So here if we want to group, like first link should be in red color, second link should be in yellow color, third link in green color, and fourth link in blue color. In single page, if there are some links in blue color, some links in yellow color, and some links in green color, and so on, then what happens? Okay, so the same can be applied for paragraph also, or heading, or anywhere it can be applied in the CSS. Now let's see how we can do this. We have class attribute for grouping. We will create a same class, like if we want some text to be displayed, with some links to be displayed in red color, then we can take a name red, or we can take any name like red color, or simply R, or anything else, any text. Okay, we can give a name to that particular class, and the same class we will apply wherever we want red color. So let's see how we can use class attribute. See, this is HTML code. This you know very well. If you have to insert a hyperlink, that means a link, then you can use ahref equals to page1.html. Here I simply given a page name, and then after that I have added class attribute. In class attribute I have written the class name. Okay, you can see there are 4 links, class attributes, and all class have different names. This class is blue, this is red class, this is yellow class, and this is green class. And this something related to this class I have added in the CSS so that I can have desired result. So these are 4 links. First link is Bhagat, second link is Bose, third link is Azad, and fourth link is Savarkar. And now why I have chosen this example for you, because you all are familiar that these houses can be identified by different colors. Then obviously if we are writing 4 houses name in our website, then it should be in different colors. So Bhagat should be in blue color. So I have used blue here, class blue, and let's see how we can write in CSS. This is HTML document. You have to write this in the body tag. Basic structure you are already familiar. So you have to write this code in HTML body tag, and then after that this is CSS. Now it's up to you that where you are using this CSS. This can be used in internal as well as external. when I was teaching you about external CSS, I have told you that internal CSS have same content as external CSS. The content will be same, but the location is different. This CSS, if we are using internal CSS, this CSS we will write inside head section in style tag. But if you are using the same CSS in external style sheet, then you have to simply open a notepad file. There you have to type this and then you have to save it with some name .css extension. So here see, I have written A tag. That means now I am going to put some CSS for anchor tag. We know hyperlink we are using anchor tag. So this A tag dot red. Here it is dot. Dot means class. Red. That means class name is red. So then there is color. Okay, class is red. That means this one. And then curly bracket. These are the rules of CSS. So inside curly bracket we will write color red. I have already told you that this is spelling you have to use for color in HTML. Okay. So color then colon red. Got it? So whichever anchor tag, whichever A tag, only A tag, okay, because it is written A dot red. If we are simply writing this, wherever we will write red class, all those things will be in red color. If we write P class red, that paragraph will be red. If we write H1 class red, then that heading will be in red color. Got it? So this will be a common CSS that we can apply everywhere. But if we have to specifically apply on anchor tags on the links present on our websites, you know, in single web page we are having many links, and when we click on it, it takes us to another page. When we see this link, this is Bose. So Bose, we know very well it is in red color. Okay, so I have given the CSS color red. Okay, this is element name. This is dot and this is class name. Whenever we have to write class name, we have to write dot first. Remember, okay? Dot and then the class name. Then we have to write curly bracket and then we have to write the property and its value. Okay, so this is a property that you already are familiar. So I am teaching you the class concept today. Okay, so this way we can add the class and here the CSS for the class. And here we can add the class attribute and there we have to write the class name. These are all class names and these class names have these colors. Okay. So wherever like in Bose, then in the website if there is a rose link or any other apple link or something like that, there we can use this. Okay. Class red. And automatically that link will be seen in red color. Okay, the output is light. Okay, so you can see this is Bhagat in blue color, Bose red color, yellow Azad and Savarkar green. So now students, we will study about various CSS elements and properties. So here first of all there is universal selector. Universal selector means the CSS will be applied to all the elements present in the web page. Okay, means HTML document. So if we start with asterisk, okay, if we are writing asterisk, see here I have not mentioned any element name. Okay, elements means H1, P, body, A, etc. So I have simply written asterisk over here, then curly bracket, then font size. Font size means to set the size of the font. Then 18 pixels. So in this I have mentioned size in pixels. So you can write any, simply you can write the number also, you can write in points also, PT. Okay. So then semicolon. If see single property is there, then there is no need to put semicolon. If there are two or more properties, then you have to separate those properties with semicolon. Okay. Then curly bracket ends. So font size 18 pixel. If it is universal selector, that means content of the web page will be having same size. Okay, the text, wherever the text is, like in paragraph or in heading and tables and list and everything, all the text will be in 18 pixel size. Now next is color and background. If we have to set the color and background, we can use color attribute. Okay, if we have to set the color means for a particular element, okay, like it can be for a link also, for a paragraph or H1. So here I have simply set the color for H1 tag. Okay, so all headings in the page will be having color red. Okay, simply write the element name, then curly bracket, the property and the value. So to change the color, the property is color. Okay, and its value is red here. You can write any color. You can also use hexadecimal values that I have already taught you in the previous HTML chapters. Then semicolon and then curly bracket. Okay, this much for today. Next other properties we will study in next lecture. Thank you. Have a nice day.